So anybody who hasn't maybe come across your books yet, I just want to share that, the four book series, now having launching the fourth book, which is 13 Days of Terror. It's set in Calgary, and those first three books, now they have a local fan base. They've been listed in the Calgary Herald as a bestseller, so you definitely have your local market fans. And this fourth book, we'll have to see what happens there. So we want to share more about the fourth book in your Brad Coulter series.
Yeah, so this one I'm going to have to be careful of because I certainly don't want to give any spoilers to any previous books. In Wolfman, at the end, I left Brad in a bad psychological place. 13 Days of Terror picks up his story about 2 months later. He's been off work. He's coming back to work. The idea is that he's supposed to ease into work. He's back in the homicide office, but they're kind of trying to not give him cases to do. And actually, when he first comes in, there's nothing really happening. And then he makes the mistake of saying the Q word to his partner, Griffin. And so anybody who's read Brad, that that's taboo. And his partner, Don Griffin, gives him the evil stare on that. They head off, get reacquainted. And there's some challenges for Brad as he runs into people he knows because of circumstances from before. And so the premise for this book, it's set in Calgary, and it's a sniper.
Yeah.
And so all my stories are based on something real. Most of the ones in Crisis Point, Outlaw, and Wolfman were based on things that either I experienced in Calgary or happened in Calgary area. And then I took them and made them into my own stories, but that's where the idea comes from. So the idea from this one is in 2002 in Washington, D.C., there was a sniper. Yeah, the way this event goes in the story is totally from my sick and demented mind. Even though they tried to keep Brad away from stuff, right away he's thrust into the middle of this. And on this particular day, there's more than one shooting.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fast-paced. It occurs, as the title says, over 13 days. Mm-hmm. The first couple of days, you're really with the sniper. And then the action happens, and Brad's in it with Griffin, and Briscoe's there, and all the usual gang are there. And of course, Brad just gets himself into trouble, and we'll use the word stuff. He just seems to find stuff all the time.
He needs rubber boots for that stuff.
Yeah, he's going to step in it. So Tasia, my editor, made a comment along the lines of, it's almost as if an evil writer is writing his story. Yeah. So an evil god is looking over him. So he's as always, he's right in the middle of it, and it's fast. I think it's probably the fastest pace maybe of the novels, and keeps you going.